Absolutely. That's a very good point, Anthony. And woo, 15-point lead now for Chinese Taipei. And it remains this way for the next 5 minutes. Anything the USA do will probably be anticlimactic because they have not been able to make many inroads. They've gotten themselves in a position where anything they do, Chinese Taipei can fire back. They found another guy who can hit, and Chen Xingong has suddenly come alive, and the roof is coming off this arena top.
You get the feeling, Chuck, that Team Chinese Taipei has taken a page off the book from Team Philippines. They got dismantled yesterday because the speed Team Philippines showed them, and so they figured, look, we're better conditioned than the Americans. We really do this as a profession, and so we should be able to take them the way the Philippines.
They watched the first game, and they watched these Americans play, and trying to take it. Inevitably, this is what you get. A little bit of showmanship there by Wu, of course, trying to delight the hometown fans, hanging on the rim. Not appreciated if you are on the opposing team, but so 13-point lead. Rawlings off balance for a long time now. Well, I didn't think that was a good shot to take. Well, let's see if the Americans have one last stand in them. If they can make a run here. 7 for 20, a three-point range. That's way off. Gets his own rebound. Misses it again. Rebound. Perimeter shooting has also made a huge difference as well.
Well, right now they're just being outplayed, but I like the timeout from Coach Mike Jarvis because he's now letting his players realize, look, 7 minutes remaining. If we don't do anything the next 3 minutes, it's a lost cause.
Looking for cutters. Screen throw by Henley, the other side. Chinese Taipei doing a good job of sealing up, forcing a long off-balance shot, no good. And quick Chinese Taipei sets up.
Not the kind of offensive pattern you would have wanted to run if you're Team USA.
There's Wu bumping and grinding again, and wow, using up Henley.
That's a double black. First of all, you don't run your offensive pattern properly, and secondly, Wu scores on the other end, and now you're faced with a 12-point deficit.
Right. You're taking a long time to set up for your offense. Way off. Gang rebounding by Chinese Taipei, and they will come away with it. Wu running the court himself. He'd be smart to hold it up. Lin in traffic. You know, time is their friend. Time is their friend. They should have waited just a little bit longer. Run some more ticks off this. The Americans just cannot buy a bucket now or hold on to a rebound.
And that, I felt, was the most crucial part of that possession. They got the offensive board. They could have actually reset, or they could have looked for a putback inside the paint. But they got neither.
Well, I would think a couple more buckets here would seal the deal for Chinese Taipei. They run it down to a couple seconds and throw it away. Wide open look here, way off the mark. And could it be the Americans with tired legs now? You know, they say first thing you look for is short shots. Shots that, you know, barely hit the rim or a little bit short. And that's what we're seeing right now from the U.S. It's under 5 minutes. 12-point lead. Now the next telltale sign will be fouling. Chen Xingong. And it stays away of Chinese Taipei.
You know, just be so demoralized in the latter stages of a tournament such as this one. But they've come in strong, and look at this.
Yeah,
manhandling the Americans.
So what I liked about that is Lin had the shot. Remember, they did this without Singh.
As you see in the clock, 4:10 remaining. Actually, a minute and a half to go. After that, it's a lost cause.
Yeah, I would say that, you know. But, you know, I'm sure that they know that. I mean, it's not like Chinese Taipei, like they don't know what's going on. Coach Chung is too good of a coach. 2 seconds left. Yeah, somebody's got to take a shot. And 24 seconds. That's leading the way for the U.S., both 5 and 9, and wide open look here for 3. But, you know, like I say, I think the U.S. is tired on their feet. A lot of their shots are going short. You know, they're having to work so hard on defense. Look at that lead pass. Well, and there's a dagger in the heart right there. There is no coming back from that.
And did you see the way they rotated the ball, took it inside, kicked it out, and there was an extra pass, which just freed up the shooter.
Extra pass, that's a good point. There's a 2 answered. So 14-point game under 3 minutes. And nobody Chinese Taipei in any hurry. The Americans are going to have to start fouling here in a minute. You know, the ball rotation is so good with Chinese Taipei. Look, even if they want to foul, they're having a hard time getting to them, and no point now.
Look at that play that time. It went inside, out, and then back inside.
But, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, if the Americans were so gung-ho, they would have fouled by now.
Well, they're doing a smart thing. Actually, the 14-point deficit, you just have to play good defense. You can't send your opponent to the line. First of all, this Team USA is not even in the penalty.
No. Shot, and that's just indicative of, you know, you can see them like they're almost stumbling around, Anthony. If they won tonight, and, you know, I don't know they played them all, Iran or somebody, they were assured of the 2nd place. And now, they might finish in the top 4, maybe. You know, because if Chinese Taipei has
top half of the bracket after the roller coaster season they've had here, I think they should come away happy.
Oh yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. They're, you know, as you said at the outset, their main goal here was, you know, and we looked at them the first day, Anthony, and both you and I, we can say it now, is we weren't real impressed with what they brought. Looked to me like the Philippines handled them quite easily, even though the point spread didn't suggest that. But then they started winning games, and we were going, well, wait a minute, maybe we're missing something here. But
maybe they're for real.
Yeah, but then, you know, against the quality teams, I mean, you know, the quality doesn't lie. It shines through, and maybe the team that the U.S. brought here last year was, I'm sure, was different than this team, but you know, just not enough talent really on the floor to get things done. That's bottom line. And there's a touch foul there. We didn't see their real team, and I would think it'd be between those teams. And you know, you got Lebanon.
You know, don't forget Lebanon, exactly, because Lebanon really actually showed everybody their true strength. The problem, maybe their coach didn't pace their players enough, and so at the end of the tournament, they just had no more gas.
Yeah. So, brilliant performance here by Team Chinese Taipei. And they will win this game 83-72. And the USA, to be